Hi everybody. We have a couple classes that we're going to be missing because I've got a couple trips coming up. So I wanted to give you another 20-minute Pilates workout that you can do on the off days, or you can do actually every day if you want this week. So 20 minutes, here goes. You can see I'm doing it in my playroom, so do it wherever. It doesn't take a lot of space to do Pilates, as you ladies know. All right, so we are going to start standing up. Shoulder blades draw back and down, abdominal muscles scoop together and up. You're inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Nice deep inhales, so breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Inhaling as tall as we can get. Exhale, chin to your chest, roll those shoulders forward. Walking our way down to the ground, take a nice deep inhale here. And then exhale out through your mouth, rounding out your back, one vertebrae at a time, slow and controlled. Shoulder blades pull back and down, inhaling tall. Exhale, chin to your chest. Roll those shoulders forward, walking our way down to the ground. Nice deep inhale, exhaling. Engage through your abdominal muscles as you lift up. Engage through those back muscles as your shoulder blades come back and down. Last one, inhaling tall. Exhale, chin to your chest, breathing out through your mouth, lowering even further towards the ground. Feel that stretch. Nice deep inhale in through your nose, and then as you exhale, round out your back. One vertebrae at a time, engaging our abdominal muscles on the way up, and then engage your back muscles as your shoulder blades pull back and down. We're going to inhale to lift those arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach up and over to one side. Nice stretch along the outside of our body. You can lift your outer leg if you want to take away balance. Totally optional. Inhale to sweep back to center, nice and tall. Exhale, lift up and over. Feel that stretch. You can lift that leg if you want to. Completely optional. So if your balance starts to falter, just place your foot back down on the ground. We're going to bring ourselves back to center, arms parallel with the ground, belly button scoops in and up. Legs can stay separated slightly, or you can bring your legs together a little bit. You can't see my feet, but my toes are pointed out slightly. Shoulder blades back and down. We're doing some small, controlled circles. So you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Belly button draws in and up. Engage through our abdominal muscles, lengthen from fingertip to fingertip, and then just reverse. Small circles, opposite direction. So I'm working really hard to engage through my back muscles, squeezing my inner thighs together, drawing my abdominals in and up. So everything's working. It's not just my arms and my shoulders. Everything's working here. Actively engaging my body. So let's balance those arms out. We're going to inhale, come forward and down, larger circle. Exhale, back and up. So this one gets a little bit of a stretch through your shoulders and your back. You have to work a little bit harder to keep your hips motionless. So belly button pulls in and up with every exhale. Lungs expand with every inhale. We'll do one more. And then you're going to reverse. So inhale, sweep up. Exhale, slowly lower back and down. Engage through your back muscles. Inhale, up. Exhale, slowly lowering back and down. I'm going to do a couple more here. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. Making sure if you feel in discomfort, you decrease your range of motion a little bit. We're going to lower those arms down, bringing them right back up. Inner thighs squeeze together, bend at the elbow. So you want your elbows shoulder height. We're not down here, not up here. Elbows are shoulder height. Inhale to pull together. Exhale apart. Inhale together. Exhale apart. Belly button scoops in and up. Nice and engaged through our abdominal muscles. We're engaging our our biceps and our shoulders, stretching through our back and our chest. We're going to do two more. Breathing in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Now keep your forearms connected, one hand in front of the other, little pulses up and down. This is going to keep a stretch in your back, and it's also going to engage those biceps and shoulders a little bit more. Switch hands, other hand in front, little pulses up and down. Belly button scoops in and up. Nice deep inhales, nice deep exhales. Last one. Let your arms come down, small circles. Loosen up through your shoulders a little bit. Belly button pulls in and up. I'm going to balance myself on one leg. Let's see if you can see my feet a little bit more if I back up. So I'm balanced on one leg. Notice my hip doesn't pop up. So I want to keep those hips as level as possible. Belly button pulls in, shoulder blades down, hands on my hips. Inhaling to slide my leg to the side. Exhale to center. So I inhale out, exhale in. For a little bit less balance, my arms can come in front. For a little bit less balance, overhead. If I feel like I'm falling over or that hip starts to lift up though, you want to put your hands back on your hip. You're going to do two more. You're engaging that outside hip. And then last one, lift your hip up, point those toes, small circles. Keeping our hips level. Belly button draws in, shoulder blades down. We're as long as we can be with that leg. with our torso, with our spine. Everything's lengthened here. Reverse your direction. Small circles, opposite direction. Belly button scoops in. Deep inhales, deep exhales. All right, last one. You can lower your leg down, move your legs around a couple times. You worked both sides, so this side might be a little bit less stable. Belly button pulls in and up. We're gonna balance on the other leg. Hands can be on your hips for the most support. Inhale to lengthen your leg to the side. Exhale to center. Hips and shoulders still level with the floor, level with each other. Every inhale, fill those lungs, left to right. Exhale as you compress your lungs and pull in through your abdominals. You're gonna do just 2 more, squeeze through that hip, and last one. So lift your leg up, point those toes, small controlled circles. Belly button draws in, focusing on our inhales, focusing on our exhales, making sure we're not holding our breath. Remember, you can always adjust where your arms are if you'd like to take away some balance. Reverse your direction. Small circles, opposite direction. Making sure we're not losing sight of that core strength and stability. So the entire class, you're engaging through your abdominal muscles, engaging through your back muscles. Last one, lower your leg down. Should have felt that in your hips, hopefully. Maybe a little bit in your inner thighs, maybe a little bit in the back of your legs, but definitely in your hips. Next one here, we're gonna be doing some squats. So our feet are parallel, shoulder blades back and down, belly button scoops in and up. The wider your legs, the more stable you'll be. So what we're gonna do is keep our hands on our hips for our most stable option. Inhale to sit down, exhale to lift up. A little bit less stable, arms in front. Inhale down, exhale up. Even less stable, arms overhead. So what we're doing is keeping that spine lengthened, pushing our hips back and down. Inhale down, exhale up. My weight is on my heels, not my toes. 2 more. Belly button in. Last one. All right, arms down by our side, working the back of our legs now. So we're standing up as tall as we can. Shoulder blades back and down. Belly button pulls in and up. We're going to balance on one leg again without having that hip pop up. So our hips are level. Hands by our side, working our glutes and hamstrings, back of our legs. Just going to hinge yourself forward. Level 1 slightly. Level 2 a little more. Level 3 parallel with the ground. And then we're holding. For a little bit less stability, arms can come overhead. Draw those shoulder blades, as I fall over, draw those shoulder blades down your back. Spine is long, belly button draws in, deep inhale, and then deep exhale. Bring yourself back to center. Move those legs around a couple times if you need to. Same thing on the other side. Shoulder blades back and down. Belly button scoops in and up. Balancing on the other leg. Start to hinge forward. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Pressing that chest down as your leg lifts up. Arms can come overhead to take away some balance, making sure your shoulder blades still pull down your back. Belly buttons drawn in. Shoulder blades pull down. Press that chest down, lift your leg up, and then bring yourself back to standing. Move those legs around a couple times. Got inner thighs. So we're going to point our knees and our toes out. You can't really see. I didn't wear the best pants for this, but knees and toes pointed out. Legs are nice and wide. What you want to do, shoulder blades back and down, belly button in and up, hands on your hips to start. You've got this imaginary wall behind you. So we're not hinging forward, we're lowering straight down. Inhale down, exhale up, making sure our knees don't come in front of our toes. Inhale down and exhale up. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Getting as low as you can, but it's like we're on a carousel horse. So we're just going up and down, not forward and backward. 2 more. Exhale to lift up through the abdominals. Last one, and then we're going to lower down again. Stay as low as you can. Shoulder blades down, belly button in. Get a little lower. If you're comfortable, I'm lifting onto my toes so those heels lift up, and I'm sinking even lower. Shoulder blades down, and I'm breathing. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Deep inhale, and then exhale. Lift yourself back up. Walk those legs back together. So I'm going to put the phone down on, well, the phone, my camera, whatever you want to call it, on the ground. I'm rested on my stomach for the next part of class. Belly button scoops in and up. Shoulder blades are pulled down our back, so you don't want your shoulders up by your ears. This next one's going to engage through our back and our shoulders. So my feet are staying planted on the ground the entire time. We're inhaling to lift. Exhale. Squeeze those elbows by your side. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Keeping your feet completely relaxed on the ground. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep inhales, get that spinal extension. Exhale to lower. Inhale up, squeeze, lengthen, and lower. Belly button stays pulled in the entire time. Every exhale is a great opportunity to lift those belly buttons in a little bit deeper. 2 more. And last one. Let yourself lower down. You can press back here into a child's pose position. So you're bringing your hips back, fingertips forward. And then from here, we're going to come into our push-ups. So what I want you to do for push-ups is either be on your knees, hips level with your body, so we don't want our hips in the air, hips level with your body, or on your toes. Inhaling to lower that chest to the ground, exhaling to lift. Squeezing our inner thighs together, inhale down, and exhale up. Leading with our chest, so we're not leading with our head, not leading with our hips, looking just at or above where your fingertips are. 2 more. And last one. Lower those knees down, press yourself back, and then we get to do our forward plank. So we're drawing onto either our forearms and our knees, forearms and our toes, or hands and toes, hips level with our body. So we don't want our hips sagging or lifted towards the ceiling. Also don't want your head to be drooping here. So let's lift up when you're ready, belly button in, and let's begin. Breathing in through your nose, tightening through your abdominals as you exhale out through your mouth. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Looking right in between your fingertips, you're about 1/4 of the way in. Squeeze those inner thighs together for more support, drawing our shoulder blades down our back, making sure we're filling our lungs as much as we possibly can with our inhales, emptying them with our exhales. We're halfway there. Lifting our abdominal muscles more deeply with every exhale. Draw those shoulder blades down your back. Lengthen your arms if your hands are on the ground. Lengthen those legs if your toes are on the ground. 15 seconds to go. The key is to make sure we don't hold our breath, okay? We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can lower down. Nice child's pose. And then we'll bring ourselves onto our knees for our kneeling hip series. So we're going to bring that hand down to the ground. Lengthen one leg straight out to the side. Head's aligned with my spine. So I'm not here, not here. It's just a neutral spine like it would look if I was standing. You're going to bring that leg up and down. So inhale up, exhale down. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you need a little bit more support, you can do the same series, just lying on your side on the ground. Okay? The exact same series of exercises we're doing. 2 more. Last one. Now lift that leg up. Small circles. Your leg is parallel with the ground. Belly button's drawn in. Hands on your hip for a little balance. If you feel like you need more support, just lower onto your side on the mat. Bottom leg, if you're on your side, can either be bent for more stability or straight for a little less stability. Reverse the direction. Small circles, opposite direction. Head's in alignment with your spine still, so make sure you're not letting your head start to lower. Abdominal muscles engaged. 2 more. And last one. Keep that leg up. We're inhaling to slide forward, exhaling to slide backward. There's no movement with your torso. No movement with your head or your shoulders. We're not changing the curve of our spine. Literally the only thing moving here is that leg. So you really feel that top hip engaged. Ideally your leg is parallel with the ground. But if you need a little more support, you're lowering that leg, whatever height you can keep it at, okay? Last one. Lower your leg down, press your weight over to whichever side you just did, okay? And then we'll do the other side. So we're drawing over onto our other side, kneeling position, hands in alignment with your knees, comes out about 1 foot. Other leg lengthens out, head is in alignment with our spines. Belly button drawn in. Want to make sure we're not collapsed towards the ground, so you are perpendicular with the floor. We're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth consistently. Focus on that breath. A few more here. And last one. Lift that leg up, small circles. Your leg is parallel with the ground. And I realize you can't see my whole leg, but notice the movements coming from my hip joint. There's no rotation at my ankle whatsoever, no rotation at my knee. Reverse your direction. Small circles, opposite direction. Head's aligned with my spine. I'm looking forward, put my shoulders perpendicular with the ground. Last one here. Keep that leg lifted. We're going to inhale to slide forward, exhale backward. No movement with my torso. It's just that leg. My thigh is on fire. So you're inhaling forward, exhaling backward. If you need more balance, lower to your side on the mat. 2 more. And last one. Lowering your leg down. Now you can press your weight over to the other side. And then we'll flip around so we are on our back. So we're on our back on the mat. Belly button scoops in and up. So key here, we don't want to arch our back. You don't want to lift, have that small of your back lifted from the ground. Hips tuck up slightly, abdominal muscles scoop in and up. You're engaged through your center. First exercise here is the 100. In the 100, we're lifting into our C curve. If you need a little support, you can always place one hand behind your head, but your C curve starts with your abdominal muscles. Shoulder blades lift, your head follows. Lift those arms up, feet stay on the ground for our level 1. Just floating our arms up and down, breathing in for a count of 5 and out for a count of 5. Level 2, 90 degrees at your knees, you're lifting your feet up. Level 3, you're lengthening those legs out. Back stays connected with the floor. The lift comes from our shoulders, not our head. Head just follows. Nice, deep breaths. Those arms move in unison. No bobbing with our head, no bobbing with our shoulders. And our arms are as long as we can get them, from our shoulders down to our fingertips. You're going to take one more deep inhale, and then as you exhale, let your head lower to the ground. One leg at a time lowers to the ground. Fingertips behind our head, elbows wide. Abdominal muscles scoop in and up. Feet on the ground to start. Lifting back into your C curve. Keep your elbows wide. So we don't want our elbows in by our ears. Elbows are wide, belly button's in. We're going to draw a shoulder blade up and over. Inhale to lift that shoulder blade up. Exhale to switch. Level 2. Feet are lifted, 90-degree angle at your knees. Level 3, knee draws in as your shoulder pulls up and over. The key on this one is to keep our hips level. So we don't want to rock our hips. Elbows stay wide. Bring that shoulder blade up and over as opposed to concentrating on getting your elbow up and over. Your elbow sort of follows, but the connection that you're making is your shoulder to your knee. Twisting at the torso, engaging the side of our torso this way. Those are our obliques. You're going to do one more on each side. And then bring yourself back to center. Lower that head. Lower those legs one at a time. Arms by our side for our bridges. Belly button scoops in and up. Small of our back is connected with the ground. Your arms are by your side for balance, but not for pressure. We're going to inhale to tilt our hips up, lifting into our bridge. And then exhale one vertebrae at a time, back down to the mat. For your level 2, one leg is lifted. Those thighs stay connected. You're inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift, abdominal muscles engaged, exhaling to lower. So you can keep that leg up, or you can keep both feet on the ground. In your halfway point, I'll tell you, so then you'll know when to switch legs. 2 more until we get to halfway. Squeeze through those inner thighs, squeeze through the back of your legs. So we're halfway there, switch legs if you had one lifted. If you're not sure if those hands are helping lift your hips, you can always bring your fingertips to the ceiling. It's going to take away a little bit of balance, but then it'll make it obvious if you were using your hands to get your hips up. Belly button draws in, those hips lift evenly. Head, neck, and shoulders relaxed on the mat. We're going to go for 2 more. Keep breathing. Last one. Keep those hips up. Hips stay level. Belly button draws in. Arms rested by our side. Little walks with our feet. One foot up, then the other. So one foot lifts, then the other. Making sure your hips don't drop as you lift that leg. Hips stay level. Upper body's relaxed on the ground. One more on each side. Last one. Lower your hips down, one vertebrae at a time. 2 more exercises. We're going to bring one foot up towards the ceiling, other leg scissors out slightly, drawing into your C curve. Hold behind that top leg, somewhere above your knee or below your knee. Switch your breath, switch legs. So the key on this one is just to get a nice stretch through the back of your leg. You can flex your foot for a deeper stretch if you want. Lift it in our C curve. Trying not to hold directly behind the knee. We don't want to place any strain on our knee joint. Last one. Bring our legs back to center. 90-degree angle at your knees to start. Fingertips behind our head, elbows wide in that C curve. So we're opening up at the hip at this one. Inhale, toes tap to the ground of one leg, and then switch. So inhale down, exhale up. Opening up at the hip, so we're not bending at the knee here. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. For a little bit less stability, legs are straight. Inhale down, exhale up. And if those legs are straight, you've got a slight rotation at the hip, so your toes are pointed a little bit out, heels pointed a little bit in. Elbows are wide and our shoulder blades are lifted away from the floor. One more on each leg. Then you can bring yourself to center, lower your head down, lower those legs down one at a time. Straightening one leg on the mat, you're gonna hug the other knee in. Pull in opposition. As that knee hugs in, the first leg straightens. Then we're gonna cross that knee over our body, opening up through our obliques. Chest is open, both shoulder blades stay on the ground, and then we switch. So the other knee hugs in. Pulling in opposition, shoulder blades on the mat, belly button draws in. Cross that knee over your body, but keep your shoulders on the ground. So we don't want your shoulder to lift away from the ground. We really want to get that stretch through your chest, hip, and the side of your torso. Bring yourself back to center. We'll roll ourselves around so that we are on our hands and our knees. Hands just under your shoulders, knees just under your hips. Inhale to round out your back, chin tucks toward your chest, curve that spine, open up through your shoulders, and then exhale to switch. Look up at the ceiling, tailbone comes up. Round out that back, tailbone comes down, chin tucks toward your chest. Really feel your shoulder blades separate. Exhale to switch. And then tuck those toes under. Lift your hips to the ceiling. We're pressing our heels down as we bring our chest towards our thighs. Your head is framed just in between your arms, and your tailbone tries to lift as high as it can towards the ceiling. Slowly walking one hand at a time in towards your feet. Staying folded in half here for a couple breaths. Deep inhale, and then exhale, rounding out your back, belly button in, lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulder blades come back and down. And you guys are all set. Enjoy your week. I miss you. Yeah, I miss you. So I will see you when I get back. Enjoy this workout for the week.